Okay, welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show with your host, the Crypto Lifer. Shout out to everyone out here on the live stream. Thank you guys so much for jumping on in. Let's get into that fun new background that I love. Okay, hope everyone's having a wonderful day out here on this beautiful Tuesday at 9:32 a.m. Hope you're hanging in there. What a wonderful time to be alive. What a wonderful time to be in crypto. We waited this long for this. We just, when you're a loyal participant, when you're into things that you love, when you follow your passion. Okay. Hope everyone's having a wonderful. Audio sounds great. It's just amazing, man. Expect the unexpected. Chrissy Vouts, Crypto Don Juan. Shout out to everyone who's just jumping into the stream. 4 people, 4 likes. You guys are doing the right thing. Really appreciate that. Let's get into Bitcoin. Remember, the early bird gets the worm. ETH breaking out as we speak. Right now, we'll get into what we see happening with Ethereum coming up. So stay tuned for that. We're going to get into Ethereum. We're going to show you where the target is. Where do I think it's going? It's about 1,500. And once we hit 1,500, it's on for ETH. It's on for the altcoins. And anything is possible. So stay tuned for that, my friends. Stay tuned for that. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is look at Bitcoin. And as I told you, Bitcoin has been doing well. Been sitting inside a bit of a bull pennant here, doing its thing. The I want to make sure this is the cloud tends to kind of disrupt me. Anyway, okay. Just detecting a slight lag there. I don't like that. Okay. Shout out to everyone out there. Let's get into Bitcoin. 1 inch continuing to rip. I'm telling you, man, 1 inch is consolidating around $2 here. So we'll get into that too. Show you what I see happening for 1 inch. But big moves. Aave hanging out at 2, starting to form a bit of a bull flag here and flagging up here too. So big news for that as well. Algo, I keep talking about Algo. Algo's doing a bit of a flag on its way to some higher highs. So watch Algo doing some things. Alpha, 15% gains. Alpha, a new coin on the market, just continuing to rip. You can see it just on a complete uptrend. Just boom, 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 boom. But let's take a look at Bitcoin. Band, my baby band, man. 1019, holding $10 really, really well. And starting to do a bit of a flag as well. Starting to break out of that flag. Cup and handle, actually. And I have a target up at band at about 14.18. So shout out to band doing its thing. Let's look at Bitcoin, man. 37,000. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So you can see here we are. Nothing has changed. Now we're actually in something beautiful. We have another inverted head and shoulder here, which looks just like this one, honestly, with the left shoulder, big right, and 2 doubles on the right side. Let's take a look at this. Let's do a deep dive for you guys, because this is what you come here for every single morning. Only been watching for a couple months, and I'm already starting to see patterns in the market. Woke up to see a possible inverted head and shoulders with XRP, and was excited that I recognized it. Hey, if you come into my channel every single day, you're going to know what's going on. You're going to learn your patterns inherently just by coming here every single day. I'm going to kind of nail it into your heads. So check it out. We have a head, and this is what I love this tool. This tool here is just clean. You have your left shoulder, it labels it nicely. You have your head, it labels it nicely, and you have your right shoulder. And this is a complex inverted head and shoulder because you have multiple shoulders here. Where you would do is you would take your neckline. Your neckline is where you see, look, like we're coming. You can see that is a line of resistance. That is the neckline. You would take your neckline to your head. And that, my friends, is going to give you your target to break out. So Bitcoin breaking out of an inverse head and shoulder, which break out 68% of the time. And I don't can see why we can't extend that up to the target at about 40,488. So all we need is for Bitcoin to break this resistance. It's been in since January 9th, or even we could go back January 8th even. We came back down for that beautiful, beautiful fall We got bought back up, and now we're on the mend. Clearly on the mend. Let's go look at the, you can see the 1 hour looking great. So we even have this pennant here that we broke out of. So see this pennant, which is basically a micro pattern inside of this pennant. It looks just like this pennant. Like, see the up and the swing down? Here's the up and the swing down, right? The only thing is this low is a little lower than that one, and this one's higher. That was the only difference between the two patterns. But it's an inverted head and shoulders nonetheless, and it's a bigger inverted head and shoulders nonetheless. And I'm telling you, man, we see this pattern over and over for Bitcoin, and it's looking really, really good. We're consolidating in this area, which means the buy pressure is still here. We still have supply shock. That has not left us, guys. People will not be able to get as much Bitcoin as they want. Grayscale buying up 16,000 yesterday. So, yeah, a lot happening for Bitcoin. Also, we already had a 19% retrace and a 26% retrace, all since January 3rd. 2 giant retraces in the last 3 weeks. And we're still doing amazingly well. So Bitcoin, temporary short-term target, 40,400. Once we break that and we start kind of coming up in here, we'll probably flag, do a few things. And then we consolidate and get all the way up to my $54,000 target. So 54K, guys, I'm calling it. When we get to 54K, I will reconvene and we'll start reassessing. But right now, I believe if you follow my projections, we can get you to $54,000. Without a stop loss, without your stop loss getting hit below this trend line. We defended 35K really, really well. The last 2 nights were hairy. Every single night I went to bed, I said, please don't wake up at 32, 33. Please hold the line. Please hold that level. And we did. We really did. So shout out to everyone on the live stream. Thank you guys so much for coming in and getting in that knowledge. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Now let's take a look over at Bitcoin dominance. So right now, bullish on Bitcoin, right? Let's take a look at the 4 hour. So the 4 hour had a MACD cross. We are getting extended on the stochastics. So I feel like we'll have enough to get us to push up a little bit, and then we'll go sideways. I hope we get to 40K before the stochastics decide to completely reset. There's a chance that we reset now when we drop out of the pattern. Right now, the stochastics could tell us that we may drop out of this pattern. It won't be the worst thing because I've seen us drop out of these patterns before, only to go sideways like this and still break up to the upside. So we'll see what happens. But I'm bullish as long as we remain right now in this trend. That's my idea so far. If we break out of that, that will worry me a little bit. I'm not saying it's the end of the world. But if we break out of it, it will worry me a little bit. Let's take a look at that daily. So the daily on Bitcoin's about to reset. And we're about to have a cross, a MACD cross. Stokes pointing up from the downside. The daily says Bitcoin wants 54K bad. So if we go for the biggest time frame with the most weight, we're looking at the daily at 37,200, and that's going to give us our projection up to 40,000, 80, 800, and then 54K. I'm sticking to 54K. No one showed me that target on any other channel. I didn't get it from anywhere else. I've been just doing my own thing, doing my own thing with my family every day, staying pretty isolated. So this all comes from my own mind. These are my own projections. I'm not watching any channels and taking anyone else's ideas. These are mine. These are mine and mine alone. 54K. You could search the internet. I don't think anyone else is saying 54K like I am. Good day, my friend. Good day. Good things, big things come from small beginnings. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Shout out to Chrissy, doing really well. Finding her first inverted head and shoulders. When you start finding your first patterns, it's the key to the city. Things just start opening up for you at that point. And believe you me, you can do just what I do. I'm not any different than you. I'm not more powerful than you. I am not a magician. I am not superhuman. I make lines. I make support and resistance lines. It's very easy. Like, let's take a look at Rose. Rose doing well. Let's make some support and resistance lines. You can see it's holding support here, but he got rejected right there. And we got to break that high. So there's your lines of support and resistance. And then you can go here too. And you got a little support there. Little support there. And you know you got some support right around there. And resistance. And there's your support and resistance lines. You can see this was a clear double bottom. Look at the W. They break to the upside beautifully. How many double bottoms have we seen break to the upside in the last week alone? Oh my goodness. Also, can you form a bull? You can do all this, guys. Listen, a lot of people say, hey, I don't pay for that. I don't have. Fine. Go to Coin Trader Pro. Okay? CoinTraderPro.com. Or CoinTrader charts.cointrader.pro. And Sideways means that the price is going sideways. Price can go one of three ways. It can go up, it can go down, and look, it can go sideways. This is when price goes sideways. Exactly what you say, sideways. Have you ever seen a crab walk sideways? Have you ever walked sideways? This is sideways. Anyway, I didn't realize what I said there. I don't know if anyone else picked up on that. Anyway, so check it out. You can add everything that I add here for free. This is completely for free. You can use this charting software for free. I'm going to put the link right here in the comment section. But please, by all means, go here and you can chart for free. Okay? Chart for free. Follow my charts during the live stream. Like, that's how you're going to get good. Follow exactly along with me. I mean, just trust me. Just go through the motions. Even if you don't get it, just start doing it. And it'll complete. You'll start getting it. It'll all make sense. Solo doing really big things about to break out. Let's look at Sol. A lot of talk about Sol recently. Did have a giant breakout. Bounced from about 150 all the way up to 397. Unbelievable. 100% gains out of Sol. Now it's hitting that resistance. Interesting. Okay, so my plays of the week. I said I have 2 plays for you. And again, none of this is financial advice. Please get yourself a financial advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. But by all means, if you'd like to be entertained, stay tuned for more. And if you like to see how I make trades and what I do in my life as a crypto lifer, and it's interesting to you to watch my life, then please stay tuned. We're going to get into Ethereum that is breaking out as we speak. And so check it out. Okay. So, the first thing I want to talk about, okay, is I'd like to play some music. I go back to my old mix, man. This is my favorite mix. I even like how it starts. Just boom. Okay. Heating up. We're heating up, boys. Now you see the 21-day moving average far away on that daily. They're going to have to kiss at one point. When will they kiss? We'll see. Usually we come back down and kiss. Might be around 165. I don't know. Aave's still blasting though. I'm not going to tell anyone to sell yet. This altcoin market is still booming. Look at Aave. Breaking out, doing a bit of a retest on this flag. The retest is really textbook place to enter. So I would say that this is a textbook entry right here. 203 for Aave. Look for Aave to get to $247 a coin. This is a call 4 hour. Stokes need to curl down. So I'd wait for the Stokes to come back down here, put an alert right around here. When that alert hits, how would you do that? You hit Alt H. Click down here, hit Alt H. Right click the Alt H. Hit add alert. Boom. An alert setting will come up. Hit OK on that. Create that alert. Now you have an alert right here. When the Stokes reset, they're going to hit and boom. You're going to know when the perfect time to enter is. And that's a little trick I use. No one else ever showed me that either. I'm the only person doing this, putting alerts down here with the stochastics. Never seen anyone teach me that. No one ever showed me that. That's something I do completely on my own. Yeah, I mean, it's obvious, right? It's an alert, but I just never seen someone do an alert in this manner using the stochastics. But you know when the stochastics reset, it's going to be a beautiful thing. They could do a little dip and move to the top side. We'll see. We'll see. But I'm watching Aave right now. I think anything between 190 and 200 is a beautiful buy for Aave. So there you go. Now, I'm not saying, sometimes there's an easy play, sometimes there's a harder play. Sometimes something is staring you in the face, okay? And that thing right now is Theta. Let me talk about Theta. Why I think Theta may be the play of the week. I don't want to say anything's easy, because nothing's easy in life, right? But certain things do render better outcomes, right? You can see, let's take a look now at what's going on, okay? Let's look at the big picture for Theta, all right? I got my neckline right here, easy, right? Now, I've been doing this all day, but we have a left shoulder. We have a head. We have a right shoulder. Complex, inverse, head and shoulder. We have two left shoulders, two right shoulders. This thing is looking absolutely beautiful, okay? Broke out of the falling wedge. So we have a falling wedge. It's a 68% chance of break to the upside with a target at 272, okay? Bullish pattern number 1. Number 2, we're inside an inverse head and shoulder. Bullish pattern number 2. Number 3, we're inside of a possible head and shoulder inside of the bull flag. Okay, inverted head and shoulder inside the bull flag. That is a third bull target, bull pattern, and that pattern breaks the upside to about 265. So, also theta boom, 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 came all the way back in to the 618 and the 0.5 Fibonacci area. That's where the head poked its head into, and it bounced off the 200-day moving average. So the 200-day moving average with confluence of the golden pocket, I honestly just gave you, like, this has everything I've ever seen in the trade in my life. It has retracement to the 618.5 Fibonacci golden pocket. Beautiful, right? It has an inverse head and shoulder. It's breaking out of a falling wedge, and it formed a bull pennant where it's consolidating above the area where it broke out of the falling wedge. We also know that people love this coin. They talk about it. It's one of the top coins ever. It pumped all the way from 71 all the way up to 246, really before everything else. I'm waiting for its retrace. You're waiting for that time. And there it is. There it is, my friends. So, when you look at the big picture for theta, you just can see the $2 region right now, this area is really a screaming buy. Yes, it could get as low as 193. So I'm going to say 196 to the 205, 208 area. This area, anywhere in this pennant, is a golden buy. 4 hour does need to reset again. So we do see the 4 hour needs to reset. We see a lot of that. So some more sideways action coming before we can really fully break out. But theta, man, don't miss this theta. Don't miss this call. It's so beautiful. It just looks right. Boom. I'll put a stop loss entry and we'll figure it out. I'll throw it into the Telegram group for my lifers, man. Can you put the sound down, please? It's louder than you. How's that? Thank you for saying that. I understand now. Thank you so much for the better explanation. Anytime, man. Anytime. I'll turn that music down for you guys. I hope that's better. I'm unable to check on the music because I hear it playing live. But I also have ways to take it down inside of my streaming software. So I could take it down for you, but then I can't hear that difference unless I would go on my phone and check the level on my phone, right? Which I could do during the live stream and just see how it's going, but anyway, check it out. Theta, man, doing great. Let's take a look at total and total too. Now back to the total market cap, doing its thing. This is the total market cap, holding that $1 trillion level and consolidating up near $1 trillion. This is exactly what we wanted here. And you can see that we are now forming this beautiful pennant and eminent breakout. Looks like it's coming. Thoughts on GRT? I have some, but wondering if it's a good grab right now. I'll talk about GRT. I like GRT a lot. The buy was about 31. That's when I entered. Sell at 61 really was the case. It bounced back, but we're going to take a look at GRT. I think there's a lot of upside for GRT. So, yes, we'll discuss GRT. I think it's going to be a good buy, in my opinion. But we'll take a look at total. Total is breaking out. Its entire target is $1.385 trillion. So about $1.4 trillion coming. So 400 billion more coming into the market. That's a 30% increase, almost 40% increase from where we're at right now at about $1 trillion 49 billion. Talking about $1 trillion market caps, unbelievable. I really was talking about the total too, which is the market cap of all the altcoins. And I said, big deal if we break out of here. Ascending triangle. We are starting to break out, my friends. Look at this. Good sign. Bodes really well. Looks like we can get all the way to $450 billion before we decide to have a bit of a retest or something starts to happen there. Looks like we'll have one of these, and then we'll form the pennant and we'll consolidate. That's just what happens over and over and over again. It's the same similar patterns, but we continue to grow to the upside. Everything really moving in our favor. 4 hour for almost everything is high on the Stokes, though. That tells me today may be a trying day. A little bit of sideways action. But tonight and tomorrow, that's when the Stokes are going to reset. Looks like we have some fireworks coming for Tuesday. So stay tuned for that. Total market cap and total 2. What are they? The total 2 is the entire market cap excluding Bitcoin. This is all the altcoins pushed together. And look, we're about to have a bearish cross, but the Stokes said no. I'll tell you, when the Stokes reset, even though the MACD, I'm going to teach you something right now. Use your stochastics RSI. Some people say, how? How do I add those? Just type into here in your indicators. I love this, like, and type in Stokes. And here you write STOCS, stochastic RSI, right here. Boom, that's your one. And that's going to be this guy. Then you want to add a MACD, MACD, moving average convergence and divergence, an algorithmic logarithmic oscillator, oscillator. Now, you could see that the MACD wanted to make a turn to the downside. So the MACD said, I want to go bearish. But in my studies now, I keep seeing that if the Stokes want to point up, they will negate a bearish cross on the MACD. The Stokes tend to be stronger than the MACD. So, that gets intense. Sorry about that, guys. So if you see the Stokes pointing up here, negated the idea that we would have a bearish cross. The Stokes are faster. They are. They're far more real time. The MACD lags. Stokes are a little more real time. They give you a little faster of an indication. So yes, the Stokes are faster. That's a good way to say that. That's on GRT. We'll take a look at that. Let's get those comments ripping, guys. More comments. I want more comments, man. Not enough comments. Usually we're getting more comments. So let's get it moving. Let's get it moving. I don't know what's up with Tuesday, man. When I'm not sharing my stream, 9 people watching. We had more people watching last night. I just really want that interaction, man. Ask me about your coins. Ask me about what's going on. Get into the stream. Become interactive. Get into this. Like, make this, like, you know, tell me what you want to talk about. Move the stream the way you want to move it. Like, become part of the stream. That's the idea here, okay? That's what I'm going for. USDT tether dominance. Falling down with the dollar. I see it breaking down out of this to the downside. Looks like it can go all the way to 147. So people don't need their tether if Bitcoin's doing great, right? Let's take a look at VeChain. VeChain really wants to break the all-time high here. Had a little bit of an issue popping off. We did hit 3-1. Looks like, I guess, today, earlier in the morning. But now we're getting a little bit of a sell-off. Interesting. Let's take a look at the 4 hour and see what's going on. Okay, so that's really just a flag. Again, this looks just like Theta. This Theta and VeChain are identical. So if you can play Theta, you can play VeChain. We did give you an entry right here at about 267. You'd still be up in that entry so far. Your stop loss down here in this red box, which never got hit. We're still doing good, and we're flagging. Let's take a look at the 1 hour. I love me some VeChain. Me too, man. Me too. And look, it's starting to form this beautiful bull flag. And that's a good sign, in my opinion. Beautiful, beautiful bull flag coming. They're far more real time. The MACD lags. Stokes are a little more real time. They give you a little faster. Okay. We take a look at the target here. Boom. And that puts VeChain back up at 3.6. That's my target, man. And I'm sticking to it for VeChain. Watch SCU USD. Can't find it. Oh, see a coin. Yeah. I owned the bags of Sia coin, man. This is my oldest coin. I've owned it for a long, long time. Let's take a look what it's doing. I put Sia coin was half a penny. This is where it was when it was a little below a penny. I put $10,000 into Sia coin in the last bull run, and I watched it explode. This was like my big winner last time in the last bull run. No one really talked about it. It wasn't on everyone else's radar, but it was on my radar. It was my baby, man. I always find a coin under a penny to ride, and I try to put in like a fat amount. Like you put 10K in a coin below a penny, you're gonna put yourself in some life-changing wealth. Honestly, I don't suggest you guys going all in, but take a look at Sia coin, double bottom. It's forming this beautiful wedge. Giant bull pennant, in my opinion. Breaking to the upside. Huge, huge target. You don't got to tell me twice, Hadouken. And I've been holding Sia coin since 2017. One of the first longest buys I've ever made. Sia coin. I don't even know where my Sia coin is, man. I got to like find it. I believe it's on an atomic wallet somewhere, but who knows at this point. 38% gains coming out of Sia coin. You said 70%. Interesting. I see 38 until we'll see what happens. Let's take a look at the daily. Wow, and this thing is going into price discovery in the USDT pair. It's been way higher though, but it is in slightly price discovery for where it's at right now. So Sia coin, man, and if you don't know what they do, they're basically onboarding storage throughout the world using multiple computers to create. They all in Joe's stream. Joe. Oh my God. Thanks. Could you look at band? Thanks, Crypto Lever. Anytime, man. Anytime. So take a look at SC going up, man. Sia coin making big moves. 38% gains coming out of Sia coin. So we went over Theta. We went over VeChain. Eminent. Coming up, man. Big moves coming. So let's take a look here. Damn, man. Competition for my own subscribers. It's crazy, right? So Joe's live while I'm live. Look at this. I'm on regular scheduled program. I'm blasting them off right now. Look.
I showed you how to do the favorites. I showed you how to do your little floating toolbar. I showed you this object tree, which is very awesome. Now, if you ever do want to send me a picture of your chart.
Dude, streaming them. Whatever. What are you going to do? Anyway, let's take a look at what's going on with Bitcoin. And Ethereum too, man. Ethereum breaking up to the upside, man. Big moves for Ethereum. So we're going to see Ethereum continue to make a tear, man. Let's do something here. Are you selling or holding? What are you talking about? Sia coin, I'm going to hold that for a long time. Shout out to XRP Muser, man. Look at Tomo, 70% in Bitcoin pair on Sia coin. ETH, baby. Nah, ETH about to do its thing. We got ETH at 1,500. And the ETH BTC pair, also, people want to give a check out on that as well. ETH, man, 1405 and doing its thing. And we have a target up here at about $1,520 for ETH. Who knows what it could really do, though. Let's try to be more arbitrary. Look at this. This looks just like the 20K run-up that Bitcoin had. The trough with the side movement, right? I mean, it's very similar. Very similar pattern. Bit of an inverted head and shoulders possibly as well. But you can see ETH, man, about to do its thing. All you have to do is draw this pennant. We're heating up. The whole market's heating up. And when ETH moves, alts move. And alts have been moving for a while. We're going to have to take a look at that dominance and see what's going on with Bitcoin dominance. And boom. This puts ETH all the way up here at about $1,941. So 1,941 ETH, $2,000 ETH coming at you fast. Again, Stokes are too high for a lot of this to continue. We're going to have to see some sideways movement for the rest of the day. It's sad, but looks like today's going to be sideways. That's what the Stokes are telling me. XRP with a little pump. I know. I did sell all my XRP. I'm regretting it. I'm FOMOing. Believe you me. But I'm not doing it. I'm doing it hopefully to get more XRP. I got a feeling I don't see how XRP couldn't go back down and consolidate in this area. I think it's just going to keep consolidating here and forming a bowl. So I think we're going to kind of form a long bowl here. Something like this. It isn't a cup and handle though. So, but I feel like we maybe do this. We come back down. We kind of do one of these. Something of that nature, right? I think we do something like that. And that, to me, is really where we're going to see XRP kind of do its thing, right? I'm not a weak hand, honestly. I just know that Sand is going to outperform it. Sand and Wave are going to outperform it. I'm actually a strong hand. Like, I know how to get more XRP, right? Like, Waves and Sand are going to easily outperform XRP, in my opinion, in the next 2 weeks. And I'm going to use that money to get back into XRP. So, I actually only bought Waves and Sand because I want more XRP. So, sometimes you leave a coin because you want more of that coin. Like a lot of people buying ETH because they want more Bitcoin, right? And it's insane at the time, but it's a strategy that if used properly, can really, really play into your favor, right? So ETH moving. The trades of the day, I told you I had two trades I'm going to give you in the title. I said Theta, man. I can't say enough about Theta. It had too much bullishness in it. It's consolidated. You can see it's clearly getting bought up. My baby Parsec doing unbelievable and starting to form a bit of a bull pennant here. We can take a look at Parsec. I think we got to just kind of maybe change the level here. So it got did a breakout fake out in a way, but it's still back down in this pennant and doing its thing. Parsec. We could also say it's in a bigger bull pennant like this. It could be in something similar to this bull pennant like that. So Parsec, man, looks like it can get all the way up here to $2.59 if it continues to break out of this. I did enter Parsec around 19 cents in September. It's been about 4 months, but wow. I have more than 6x my money in Parsec, so unbelievable. Thank you so much. Shout out to Elio Trades. He's the one who put Parsec on my radar. Amazing that Parsec is making these moves and continuing to the upside. So boom, boom, boom for Parsec. We'll take a look at Uni, just exploding again. You can see Uni, if we go to the 1 hour, it's forming a little bit of a bull flag there. So here, I'm going to show you what's happening with Uni. Uni broke out of this pattern. You can see the patterns. Once you just watch the channel all the time, you'll see the patterns constantly. And then you'll also see Uni breaking out of this here. Boom. I see this breaking up and continuing to the upside. Bullish, bullish, bullish. If I take just the target of the first bull pennant, brings me down here, pops me back up. Uni. Posse going all the way up to $11.14. So Uni doing something amazing. I see more. Thoughts on Harmony? It's my under a penny that I hope runs up. It will. It's an IEO by Binance. So one is a good coin. You're talking about one Harmony. Yeah, under a penny, man. You got to have some under a penny plays. And if you look at it, it looks a lot like Ether. A lot like Ether. And it's in this beautiful pattern that a lot of other coins have been in. It's a bit of an ascending triangle, reapproaching this all-time high on the left there, wants to break up and continue. So I like where it's at right now. It's also breaking to the upside. 1 hour is getting extended. If we see high Stokes, which I think we will, because we see, this is the only issue I'm going to have with today, is see the Stokes right here? Every coin has the Stokes up here. So what that tells me is that we got to go sideways. It's very rare that we're going to pop to the upside. We kind of had our movement throughout the night, throughout the afternoon, and now we're going to have to go sideways a little bit. So I would extend a lot of the patterns that we're in or we're looking at. And the Stokes just tell me that they want to maybe kind of come down and go up a little bit. So we're getting a little more sideways action till the Stokes get back down here and then continue to rip. So the 4 hour Stokes tell me we're going to be sideways for most of the day and a lot of coins. Just something I'm seeing. Like right here, OMC Go is going to start to do that, go sideways. Once we're back down here, it's going to ready to rip again out of this bull flag. OMC Go, you could see, was in an inverted head and shoulder. Beautiful. We looked at it earlier today at the beginning of the stream. One of the first things we looked at, breaking out of this bull flag, a little bit of an inverted head and shoulders, double bottom also as well forming. What are you planting seeds in now? I'm planting seeds in sand, ocean, and waves. I keep talking about it. Sand, ocean, waves, and theta. I keep it real simple for you guys. Sand, ocean, waves, and theta. I really like EGLD as well. EGLD is sitting. Look, it's in a cup and handle. Look at that. Inverted head and shoulder. Shoulder, head, shoulder there. Slight cup and handle as well. Here's your cup. There's your handle. Breaking out of that. And now forming a bull flag up here as it already broke out. Continuing, about to break its all-time high. EGLD going from 41 up to 48. And who knows where it could go from there. Bitcoin, a lot of big news. Talking to the Miami mayor. They're the head. A lot of experts really like EGLD, man. I'm telling you, it has the framework. It has the speed. It has the scalability. So EGLD, theta, waves. These are the seeds that I'm planting, okay? Let's take a look at GRT. You wanted to look at graph. Let's take a look at graph for you real fast. So GRT, I like GRT. I like coins that sell down, and we can watch them get sold off into a bull. So shout out to Hadouken working well on this. He really saw the bull. Even when we were here, he said, I think it's going to form a bull. He called the bull like when we were like right around this area coming out of the pennant. He said it's probably going to form a bull in the next couple weeks and break to the upside. And look what it did. And boom, now it's coming down for a retest. This is where you want to kind of click off. We're going to reset here. And this is where you want to hit some support and resistance lines. Maybe go to the 4 hour, give you a little more clarity. Wow, that's funny, these little waves like that. Keep it moving. So check it out, man. It's forming that beautiful bull. It's only a matter of time until it gets to all-time highs and decides to break out again. And it's now retesting off the 21-day moving average. That's something you really want to see in a bull run. We bounce off the 21, bounce off the 21. So Stokes are resetting on the 4 hour, and we're bouncing off of the 21-day moving average. To me, that's textbook accumulation. That's a nice place to get in and create a laddered in buy. Again, none of this is financial advice. This is just things that I suggest as speculative or ideas. You know, we're just kind of going over them as fun, guys. Do not do anything you see me do on the channel. Also, this looks like it's going to form a cup and handle. If you see the cup and handle just like I do, I see it beautifully. Cup, there's your handle going to go sideways. Where is the target for the cup and handle? We can take the head of that line, send it down to the price action, boom it all the way out here. And that gives us a target all the way at about $1.10, 109 actually, coming after Graph. So Graph looks like it could easily get up. What, that's 43 on 57, right? So, damn, 89% gains coming out of GRT. I really like where it's at right now. 57 Chevy, 57 hot. 57 is my time, man. Been in since 8 cents. Oh, BLZ, my baby, XRP Muser. Beast. Yeah, BLZ broke out, man. I was talking about BLZ, man, before I even had this channel. BLZ was like a baby of mine. Before I even I guess I had the channel, but I didn't have the Telegram group. But I was all over BLZ for a long time. One of my favorite plays to this day, BLZ. 1 inch really holding that 199 area. I'm telling you, man, watch 1 inch. It's gonna gap up pretty fast, up to 261. Don't say it didn't happen. Then you go back, oh, well, how did you know? Oh, well, you missed it. You know, boom. Happens like that. ADA forming a bull flag, starting to do its thing. You could see ADA easily getting all the way up to 42, even breaking that up to 44, 46 areas. So ADA resetting on the Stokes. Now, ADA is one of the few coins that has Stokes low on the 4 hour. So ADA, man, could be your play. And then you could get back into something else that's high on the 4 hour. Make that swappy switch. That's kind of a cool little, what I just told you is a cool little trick that you could use to your advantage. Shout out to everyone watching on the live stream. Thank you guys so much for coming in. Really, really appreciate it. All right. Interesting is, someone keep asking me about MFT. It's funny because I'm looking at Joe's stream and I'm watching his stream right now, and he says MFT, and it's weird because, I'm gonna go over NFT right now. My friend, he's been texting me all night about it. He said, dude, you look at mainframe. Mainframe's good. I hadn't really talked about it, and I haven't looked at it. And then I think Joe's doing it, which is really funny. But let's take a look at mainframe, MFT, man. Got put on my radar last night in a text message from one of my friends. So Matic is also starting to make a big move. People watching Matic closely at 3.5 cents. Let me tell you why I like Matic. A lot of coins are forming these similar patterns. These flat top ascending triangles, man. This is an ascending triangle. You can see it wants to break out to the top. Matic, about to do its thing. Boom. So check it out. Shout out to my man, Nick Chakra. Nick was talking about mainframe last night, helping me understand mainframe, kind of talking about it a little bit, showing me the ins and outs. I want to talk about mainframe, and I want to show you guys what it looks like on a chart right now. MFT. We'll take a look at the USDT pair on Binance, which is basically the US dollar pair. So MFT, man, wow, you could see it did the same thing that we talk about, sitting in these bulls. Let's take a look at let's take a look at the daily. This has a lot more movement. So it's an older coin. You can see it's been in a USDT pair since August of 2019. Was in heavy consolidation here. This is really where, if you can make the bull, I talk about this bull, Wyckoff accumulation all the time. Accumulate on these dips. You just start getting it in on these dips. Now it made a big move. To me, it was in this pennant, something like this. And you could take your measured move, which was the length of the pole from the price action. Sorry, I didn't want to grab that one. I want to grab the white pole. And that gives you your measured move of the target, which was about 4.9. Now it's 0.04. This thing isn't even a penny yet. It's a half a penny. This may be a beautiful half a penny play. I always have to have 2 or 3 half a penny plays throughout the bull run. Super important that you're parking about 2 to 3, 4, maybe even $5,000 in a half a penny play. I know it's a lot for most people. It's a little heavy, but I'm telling you right now, it works. What happens is, this is what I do. Again, don't do anything I tell you to do. This isn't financial advice. Do whatever you want. Don't forget to like. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Expect the unexpected. Magic Shack Media, my man, coming in. Thank you so much for the comment. Really appreciate that. But NFT, man, let's take a look at it on the 1 hour now. We want to wait for a flag. Now you're going to see, where is it going? What is it doing? We got to wait for a bit of a flag, some type of consolidation. What I like right now on the 1 hour is we're forming a double bottom sideways. See this double bottom? Hard to see, but it's there. And you can see that the Stokes are starting to push up. Stochastics are strong. And the MACD is wanting to reset on the 1 hour. So telling me right now, the 1 hour is looking fresh. Take a look at the 4 hour. Is it topped? Yeah, see, the 4 hour wants to come down and the MACD wants to reset. So what I see happening is the 1 hour may get us to the top of the pattern, but I still think we channel here until the 4 hour resets. So once the 4 hour resets, comes back down here, looks like the price could possibly get as low as 3.8. I don't think, though. It's just a chance. Chance at 3.8. Let's go back to the 15 minutes, see if we see anything else kind of more. So maybe we retest this area here for another bottom at about 4 even. But if we fall and break through that area, you can see we have a quick gap all the way back down to 3716. If we did go to 3716 and we touch the 200-day moving average, that to me would be an absolute steal. That's like the best part. Will we get the best beautiful price? We may not. So we're gonna have to watch in this area for this to kind of hit that spot. Now watch the trend line. If it breaks the trend line, probably isn't coming down to the spot. If it holds the trend line, I would look to buy the breakout of this trend line right here at about 4290, 43. And ride this to the upside. But MFT mainframe, I don't know much about it. We could do a deep dive in it in a second, kind of see what it is. Let me just do a quick deep dive for you guys to see what it is. Mainframe tells me it's something like, I'm guessing it's something like storage or, like collaborative. Dabbing it. I sent the dab out to BS. Dibby dabby. Dib and dab. Dib and dab. You taught me the dab the other day. Be the bank. Fixed rate borrowing against crypto. Users get instant liquidity to multiply their investment. Lending protocol. The mainframe lending protocol allows anyone to borrow against their crypto mainframe using a bond-like instrument representing an on-chain obligation that settles on a specific future date. Buying and selling the tokenized debt enables fixed rate lending and borrowing, something much needed in decentralized finance today. Wow, progress report, the lowdown on the fixed rate lending, stable versus fixed rate lending. Interesting. The future of DeFi. Mainframe welcomes Sabler Finance to the family. Read more here. A little bit of news too for Mainframe. Make your money to loan. Magic Shack. You make money to loan your crypto. Yeah. The protocol for real-time finance. Paydays don't make sense anymore. Sign up below to have instant access to your earnings through a money protocol built on Ethereum. Use the dApp now. Payday every day. On Sabler, time means money. Literally, as a worker, you see your earnings increasing in real time in the Sabler wallet. As an organization, our technology helps you get rid of the hassle of payroll admin. After one-time deposit, our smart contracts will start streaming the money towards the payees without you lifting a finger ever again. Imagine that. You know how people wait for their paycheck? No. Your actually paycheck will acquire as you work. Literally every minute of the day, you'll be adding. And at the end of the day, you could use that money. No one will have to wait for their paycheck anymore. That is the thing of the past. Just like you fill your water up at the water, at a water bubbler or whatever, and it just fills up. That's going to be how your wallet looks as you're working. Every second. Every hour of your day, computing what you're supposed to be getting paid on that moment, not waiting to the end to get paid. So remember that, man. That's just something I want to talk about. Looks like this will be amazing. Absolutely amazing. Okay, guys. So we just did a deep dive into that. Looks pretty cool, right? Okay, I'm going to give you guys, there's some new people here. I want to give you guys some cool little tricks of the trade. I have a cool thing that I have showed before on the chart, but I want to show Magic Shack. Check this out, man. This is called Trend Watch. All right, I'm going to give you a little trick here to help you in your trading, okay? Now, Trend Watch is the 144 weighted moving average, all right? So you're going to go and you're going to find the VWMA, and you're going to put the 144 weighting moving average, right? You're also going to put the SMA, the 4 simple moving average, okay? The SMA really just, Red Dog, my man. Top of the morning to you, Red Dog. Yeah. So you could see that the red line here is the SMA, the simple 4 moving average. And you could see that the weighted moving average, okay, is right here. Now, whenever we get above this, the price tends to fly. When we get below this, you want to short. So once we cross this, you would enter a short position. Let's take a look at it on the 4 hour. Now, the 4 hour, we are on the up to the upside. So look, right when we crossed this blue line, we went to the upside. I could show you this on the 30-minute. It's insane how well it works. Even, let's look at it on the 4 hour. We'll go back in time. So you're going to take the 144 weighting moving average. I'm talking to you, Nick, and I'm talking to everybody. I love you all. And you're going to take the 4-day simple moving average. You're going to use those two in congression with each other. Whenever the simple moving average crosses, that's an indication to sell. When the 4 crosses the 100-day moving average, whenever it crosses to the upside, that's a position to buy. So look, we cross, boom. We came down, a little bit of downward movement. We crossed again, boom. We crossed here, we went to the downside. We crossed here, we went up. We crossed, we went down. We crossed, we went up. We crossed, we went down. If you make buys on these intersections, it's damn near foolproof. Like, it's insane how well it works, right? So, and you can use it on multiple time frames, depending on how short or small you want the trade to be. On the 4 hour, look how it's booming up for MFT. And you can use this on anything. Let's take a look at ETH on. ETH already broke out. Let's look at something that's about to break out, like SAND, or it's been doing its thing. So SAND really just crossed it. You could see whenever we crossed it, these are your entries here. They're beautiful. So this would have put you in at about 0.4086 actually, like 4 cents on the dot, and you'd already be at about 5 cents. That's a 1.5 cents on 4. Damn near 50% gains coming out of using this trick. So, and it's very simple. Very simple. You're using 2 moving averages, using the 144 weighted and using the 4 simple moving average. You're watching them cross and you're entering and exiting when they do. Or, you know, once you're way up here, you might want to think about taking profits too. You know, that's all I'm saying too. The higher you get away from that average, the more you want to get down. Take a look at RSR for you guys. RSR, hot coin on the market. To me, it's forming a bit of a bull flag here too on the 4 hour. Let's take a look at the 1 hour. Yeah, starting to flag a little bit. We're getting a little bit of downward movement though, right there. Big red flag there. Is that indicative of the whole market? We'll take a look. Because usually when I see that, it means like, you know, ETH is, usually means that Bitcoin's dumping a little bit. Yeah, ETH just having issues at that 14. Funny how it went exactly to 1440, 1438. It's like a bunch of people put buy orders at the all-time high and just waited there. What creepers, man. Bunch of creepers. But anyway, you could see the ETH is forming a flag too. Possible people could say, is this a double top? Could it be a shoulder ahead and another shoulder? There's a chance. I just think ETH is too bullish right now to get bearish, but we'll see what happens. See what happens. We can't break this trend line. We break this trend line, we get all the way back down here to 1340, which we were sitting at for a while. When we break 1340, we have a little bit of support here, but then we got to go all the way back down to 1257. So ETH making big moves, but how long can it sustain that move? I have it going all the way up to 15, actually to 1950, breaking out of this bigger pennant for ETH. So ETH looks hot right now. That's the measured move, is about $1,930 from the 1390.93. So ETH continuing to make moves. Lots of sell orders on Bitcoin at 31, 37.2, and 37.3. Where do you see the sell orders? Honestly, I'm just sticking to the pattern, man. This pattern is beautiful. I don't see why there'd be sell orders here. That wouldn't make sense. I wouldn't put a sell order here. I'd put a sell order here at 38.9. Again, I'm going to give you a trade right now. You guys want to make a trade? Again, this isn't financial advice, but this is something I would do right now. I like to see that we have an inverted head and shoulders. We're about to break the neckline. Second I see a candle open above that on the 15-minute, I would get in at about 37,240, and I would ride it all the way. 4% gains up to 38,700. So there's your trade of the day. Just short temporary Bitcoin trade of the day right here. That's your trade. That's your trade. Don't forget Cody, baby. Cody about to make some big moves, doing its thing. You can see Cody. We look at it. It was in a cup and handle. There it is. Look at that. And actually hit my target like pretty close. I mean, there it is. I would have gotten Cody around here, sold Cody around there. I'd call it a day by now. I wait for it to just do its thing. It went right to my target. Now we're going to watch it do a bit of a flag. We'll see how it consolidates. Cody making a bull flag here. Getting bullish. Don't want to see it break this green line as well at 6.7. Would like to see it hold. So come back down, bounce off that area, maybe a little wick action, and then continue on its way up out of this bull flag / pennant. So Cody, yeah, I'm still bullish on Cody. But right now I feel like it hit its target. I want to see it consolidate a little more, and then we're going to see where it wants to go. But it broke out of that beautiful cup and handle. Cody doing its thing, man. 10:25. We're having an amazing, amazing time. Thanks to everyone up in here. 19 likes. Really, really appreciate it. Can we get the 33 likes, man? I want 33 likes every day. Bagwell 33, my dude. My dude. Shout out to everyone on the live stream. Magic Shack, Hadouken, Bagwell 33. Expect the unexpected. That's what you can every day. Steve in Bangkok, my dude. Hadouken AM, Chrissy Fouts, XRP Muser, Bagwell 33. A lot of the same. Jesse B, my dude. Jose, Pedro, Valverde, Patricio, Chrissy Fouts, always, and Crypto Don Juan. Shout out to my kings and queens. Ali Farad, my dude. Shout out to everyone holding me down in the live stream. Thank you guys so much. I really, really appreciate it. It means the world to me. Okay. Let's keep it moving. Want to take a look at the Dow Jones. A lot of people don't talk about the Dow. I think it's important that we talk about the Dow Jones a little bit, kind of get everything a little focused on our energies here. Let's take a look at the Dow. Now, the Dow was staying inside of this pennant, which I was very curious about. It broke back down into the pattern, though. So let's take a look at what's going on with the Dow. So I had the Dow in this rising wedge, which it broke down of. That was my white pattern here. See it? Now, the Dow broke down. Did bounce here, though, off of support. Support was right here at 30,665. So we bounced back up, and that's a good sign. We're staying inside this bull flag. As long as we stay inside this bull flag, we break to the upside. And it looks like my target for the Dow is 31,980. So I'm sticking to that right now because we bounced off support. Now we're holding in this region. So I like where the Dow is sitting right now. And right now I'm bullish on the Dow. I'm not bearish, I'll tell you that. It looks like it's healthy for now. That was a sell-off, but the buyback and the V-shaped recovery, that was money printing. They probably printed the money right back in to push us back to the upside. So the Dow doing its thing. First day open this week, 30,900. Slow trading at 91. We haven't looked at gold and silver in a while. Let's take a look at gold and silver. Now, is gold bending to Bitcoin? That's my question, and I think it is. Because I'm seeing some anomalies in the gold price, right? Even with the dollar going down, the gold I felt like should have went up more, and gold struggled. I had my targeted gold all the way up here at about 2148, and yeah, gold would just actually kind of have an issue. Look, we had shoulder, head, shoulder. That's possible a head and shoulder pattern, which could put gold all the way back down to about 1738. It is one of the few calls that I've made that's not going the way I decided it would go. Interesting to see gold struggling like this, and I think Bitcoin has something to do with it. And why do I think that? I've been a gold proponent for years. I own gold, collect gold, buy gold, and the thing is, what I do is I basically the other day was like, should I sell my gold for Bitcoin? I was alone, and I was like, man, maybe I should sell my gold for Bitcoin, you know? And my wife was like, no, never sell your gold. And I was like, yeah, gold. And Bitcoin was at like 10,000, 11,000. And I was sitting here, and I was like, man, now, I was going to sell about 10 ounces. At the time, they were 1,900 too. So it would have been $19,000, right? 20K. And then I would have put that into 2 Bitcoins. And then that 2 Bitcoins would have went to 36K. So I'd have turned 10 ounces of gold, which is 20 grand, into about $70,000, like that. I should have done it. I'm kind of like, why didn't I do it? So I think other people had the same idea. I'm also a proponent of Michael Saylor, and he's like, gold is dead, man. Bitcoin's the new gold. Think about it. I can travel around with the gold all I want, but who am I going to sell the gold to? I got to go find some jeweler store or some jeweler or some, bullion buyer. Show him my gold. He's obviously going to hit me on spot. He's going to pay a little less, more for, he's going to pay me a little less than spot. He's going to take me for a run on it. I'm going to have to negotiate. It's going to be a pain, and then boom, you sold your gold. And it's a lot more difficult than just going to an exchange and hitting a button and selling your Bitcoin, transferring that money to a hot wallet and doing your thing, right? So I just feel like the same reasons you buy gold are the same reasons you buy Bitcoin. To keep yourself hedged against the dollar they keep printing, to stop against inflation, and to do everything you can, man, to keep yourself wealthy. So shout out to everyone on the live stream. Please hit the like button. I want to get to 33 likes if we can. My favorite number, 33. Peter Schiff is definitely feeling that heat. Shout out to everyone on the live stream. Guys, what are your favorite coins? What coins are you guys in? What are your biggest bags? Let me know what your biggest bags are. Let me know if you have bags. If you guys are still trading, or have you planted funds in certain bags? Are you deciding to hold long term? Let me know. Long gold when Bitcoin has a blow off top. Grayscale and BlackRock will put money into gold. Yeah, maybe. I don't know if I buy it. But I did put an article out that in November, some of the biggest banks bought more gold. My wife probably would never let me sell my gold. No matter how hard I try, she'd be like, you can't. It's universal. What if there's an EPMD? Or EPMD, that was my favorite rap group. What if there was an EMP, right? Huge bag of ADA and KNC. You got a bag of Iris. Interesting. Okay, huge bag of ADA and KNC. Can you look at one? Once. Yeah, let's look at ADA and KNC. We looked at KNC last night, too, during the live stream. Just want to take a look at silver real quick while we're here, and then we can get on out of the regular stocks. Mo didn't jump in today, so we don't have to go over Mo's tickers. Funny. I'm kind of done with the stock market at this point, so it's just not my thing. I'm too invested in. I just like coins far more. I think coins are more interesting. It's sad too, because it doesn't mean there's not going to be innovative companies in the stock market. That's what I say to myself sometimes. I'm like, you're choosing a whole world, and you're forgetting that. But I just think like the smartest people are going to be in crypto, man. and the edge is in crypto. Like, you're better off investing in a crypto company than another company with some new technology, because eventually they're going to have to get wrapped into crypto anyway. But crypto doesn't have to go into their new technology unless it's an amazing technology. We'll see. I talk about hydrogen a little bit. I think hydrogen is a good play. So we're seeing some fallout. I think dominance is starting to make a peak because I'm seeing some fallout in the alts. So let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance. We didn't look at Bitcoin dominance yet. If you're new and you don't know what Bitcoin dominance is, it's how much dominance Bitcoin has in the entire market space. Okay? And you can see we do have a little candle. We just bounced from 65.70 all the way up to 65.98. Those 2 points are tiny, but they're big enough to rock a little bit of the altcoins. So you can see that people are deciding to jump on the Bitcoin train a little bit. Everyone's seeing it coiling up and getting into that end of that pyramid. They're like, I think we should get into Bitcoin. I had the CRV to get into ETH before the run-up. Need to buy back CRV. ADA and ETH, my biggest bag. VET, Zilliqa, One, and Iris. Yeah. So we're taking a look at Bitcoin dominance right now. On the 4-hour, it's actually starting to reset down here. So that's something to watch. The Stokes want to point back up. Could we start to form somewhat of a bottom? Are we at support? There's support right here. We broke that support. We have new support, a little there and a little bit right there. Interesting. We do have some support right there. So you can see this is where we went down. So I'll bring that down right there. And we're actually at support. Let me circle it for you if you have a second. Right there. And we're actually at support right now. You can see that. So at 65.97, we're bouncing right there off of support. Doing a really good job for Bitcoin dominance. Okay. Not good for the altcoins, right? Not good for the altcoins. Let's take a look at the daily on Bitcoin dominance. Yeah, that's also resetting. It's about to have a run. So it's like we had our run, man. We had our altcoin run. I feel like it's going to be spurts this year. We're going to get these little spurts, and then Bitcoin's going to take over and go on big rallies. Then people are going to sell off Bitcoin, get back into altcoins. How bad will the altcoins retrace if Bitcoin goes on a tear? That's what I'm worried about. Do you have to sell your bags that are all up huge? You know, it all depends, you know. Daily hidden bullish divergence. On what? I don't see it on Bitcoin. Let's take a look at KNC for you guys too real fast. The Kyber network. Honestly, that's why I was telling people, pick your 10 coins. Like, you could have different 10 coins than me, and you could have tripled your portfolio, quadrupled, 10x your portfolio, just like I did, right? It all depends. Like I could have been in Waves, Sol, Sushi. You could have been in SXP, Sand, and Rune. You know, it just doesn't matter, man. Just hold what you're supposed to hold. Got to hit the edit. Thanks for the TA on MFT. Appreciate it. Keep up the good hustle, man. Anytime, man. Anytime. You're still editing, man? The hell are you editing? Who are you working for? Who do you work for? Number 2. Who do you work for, number 2? Remember that? Remember that, Austin Powers? I just think Waves is in a beautiful flag. So I'm giving you Waves and Data, man. Both in beautiful flags. About to break out after heavy consolidation. And you've seen that they can pump. You know, they'll pump again. So Waves and Theta, man, 2 trades that I really feel like just laying it out there for you. Redo the exact position that I'm showing you. I'm laying it out there for you. You can kind of make ladder buys inside of this bull flag. Try to get at the bottom of the pattern if you can, and then sell when we hit the target at about 1146. This is going to be a big gap up. There's going to be a lot of space here for us to move. So. We're going to take a look at the news today and see what they're saying. I also like to Google it. Ethereum's Ether cryptocurrency sets new price record on major exchanges. Bitcoin's price must pass 40K to halt exodus of traders. JP Morgan analysis. Come on, man. Get a life. Bitcoin becomes most crowded trade after passing long tech. Bitcoin becomes most crowded trade. Long Bitcoin, a bullish bet on the top cryptocurrency, is now the most crowded trade in financial markets, according to the Bank of America's January survey of fund managers. On Tuesday, the research is evidence of the growing popularity of Bitcoin as an investment asset. Widely touted as digital gold and inflation hedge, the leading cryptocurrency by market value has rallied by over 230% in the past 3 months on the back of the institutional demand. Prices clocked record highs above 41,900 earlier this month. According to the survey, Bitcoin has dethroned long tech, bullish bets on major technology companies, as the most crowded trade. That is, the one seeing the most capital inflow. The news marks the first time long tech has pushed off top position since October. Meanwhile, betting against the US dollar short is now third most popular trade. So people are, the third most popular trade is shorting the dollar, man. Insane. Institutions. So they're longing FANG, they're longing all these things here, but longing Bitcoin is the most crowded trade in the world right now. Dominance trade forwarded in there. Need previous high to remain bullish. What is he looking at here? Crypto market cap. Bitcoin dominance. Yeah, this would be beautiful though. I'd like to see us go down more, man. I don't want to see us push back up. Man, come on, man. This is going to sound really rude, but I just went over Bitcoin dominance far thoroughly than this. So what's the point of giving me this? That sounds rude, right? But what's the point, man? I just went so thoroughly over this. And you show me one line with a thing. I know I'm coming off brash, but that's just me, man. Right? Like, I'm showing you the targets. I'm showing you, like, resistance. I'm showing you all the places we're going to. I'm giving you bigger patterns. Not to be rude, but, like, I didn't just do this and say, hey, here's a Bitcoin chart. This is your chart. You have a line. You say, I'll post a chart. I'm just saying. Anyway, I'll end up with pissing off all my subscribers and being alone because I had to be real and I had to say how I felt, right? 1 inch breaking that $2, man. I'm telling you, that's it. That's going to be it. So put that on your radar as well, guys. Band having issues at that $10 level, but you can see it's forming this pennant just a lot like Bitcoin is. I love who you do. Please don't be offended. That's just who I am, man. So, an Aries, bro. An Aries, man. An Aries, man. Let's take a look at BTC. I'm going to take a look at the news today. Probably not much different than last night because we covered a lot of news last night. I'm seeing a lot of the same stuff here. Getting the 4 hours. These just came out. I like that. Yeah, many of you people might not know what crypto arbitrage is, but it works really well. Okay, here we go. As we get into the news. I'm crying. I know you were crying. I know it. That's the plan. I hope you cry yourself to sleep. 100 million USDT move from Tether Treasury. Analyst Peter Brandt cast doubts over Tether and BTC pumps. 100 million Tether was recently moved from Tether Treasury to an unknown wallet, and it was followed by a decent pump in Bitcoin price, reaching a local high of 39,833 at the time of reporting this. When was this, though? Anyways, is this just a coincidence? Many notable analysts, including Peter Brandt, have compared Tether similar to the money pumped by the Fed and the central banks. I disagree. Like, I don't think Tether pumps the money. I think they create the demand. I think people are going to use any stable coin they have to buy Bitcoin. People start selling gold for Bitcoin. They're going to do anything they can to get their hands on Bitcoin. It doesn't matter if it's Tether or what it is. The Tether FUD does not seem to end, and rumors of large Tether movement induced BTC price pumps seem to be forming well-recognized patterns. As reported by Twitter handler Whale Alert, a large $100 million Tether would move from a treasury to an unknown wallet. Yeah, but maybe someone comes up and says, I want to buy Bitcoin. And they say, okay, we'll give you $100 worth of Tether. You get the Tether, you move the Tether to the exchange, and then you buy Bitcoin. To me, it's just like that demand would have went into anything. BNB coin would have done it. Someone else would have taken that $100 million, and it would have made its way to Bitcoin regardless. Am I wrong? Am I wrong here? Do you guys agree with me, disagree with me? What's your thoughts on Tether, man? Because there's a lot of talk, man. A lot of talk. Loving the realness. Levi's 502, man. I love my 502 jeans. Shout out to Levi 502. How is Tether different from Fed pumping? Doubts Peter Brandt. Peter Brandt, a known futures trader and author, recently cited his doubt on the role of USDT in pumping Bitcoin as he went on to compare Tether with Fed and central bank pumping. He also predicted that most of the exchanges allowing non-USD banked leverage trading will go bankrupt. Perhaps I will never figure out the intricacies of Tether, but I think a couple things are true. I will only buy Bitcoin with USD, not USDT for me. More than one non-USDT bank exchange that allows leverage will go bankrupt, and it won't be pretty. More than one non-USD bank exchange that allows leverage will go bankrupt, and it won't be pretty. Somebody younger than 74 years, please explain to me why Tether isn't any different than money pumped by the Fed and other CBs, produced out of thin air, backed by the full faith and credit of what? Computer programs and crypto exchanges that are questionable credit risks? USDT. I just feel like it's a form to get you onto Bitcoin, and people are going to use anything they can to get in. And let this go bankrupt. It won't stop Bitcoin. You know, we're still researching the topic, and we'll keep you updated. Former IMF chief economist calls Bitcoin a classic bubble. Just as the BTC price scales new heights, a lot of world leaders and economists have started speaking about the world's third largest asset class after Goldman and silver. See, the issue that I have with them is, yes, it's a bubble, but it's kind of like what? Okay, it's kind of like a rhombus is a rectangle, but a rectangle is not a rhombus. That whole idea, right? A rectangle is not a rhombus, but a rhombus is a rectangle. Is that what we're saying? Yeah. And so you can call something so it represents a bubble. It looks just like a bubble. So if you research bubbles, yes, Bitcoin resembles a bubble, but it's the most secure network in the world. It's one of the greatest inventions man has ever seen. So, with all that being said, there's just so much kind of pushing us forward in this moment here, as it's a innovative addition to the human race. So any innovative addition, I hope, creates somewhat of a bubble, because the demand for it, especially if it's a financial tool, would really push it to some next level business. So it's the third largest asset class after gold and silver, right? Raghuram Rajan, former IMF chief economist, who had correctly predicted the 2008 financial crisis, has recently spoke about Bitcoin. Rajan's views are something that not many of us Bitcoin enthusiasts would like to hear. During an exclusive interview with ETN Now last week, Wednesday, Rajan called Bitcoin a classic bubble. Bitcoin is a classic bubble. It produces no value. It's an asset that cannot even be used for payment because it's really difficult. As my friend Austin Gold says, they do not take Bitcoin as payment at Bitcoin conferences because it's too costly, and yet it hit 40,000. So why are people buying Bitcoin? They think it will go up, and that is a very bubblish in thinking, he says. See, I guess he's the head of the IMF, but he doesn't understand the monetary policy in America. He doesn't understand money printing. He doesn't understand deflationary assets. Bitcoin is not in a bubble. Bitcoin is deflationary. Bitcoin creates its own bubble by cutting itself in half every 4 years. There's a reason Bitcoin was $1 10 years ago, and now it's worth $35,000. It's 35,000 times more valuable than the dollar. Every day, people are going to realize that Bitcoin's more valuable. Whether he realizes it or not, that's on him, right? He can miss the boat. Like, you can think, why do people like gold? What do people buy gold for? What's the point of wearing gold? It just sits on your neck and it's shiny. I mean, it's like, why do people like gold? Gold doesn't, gold just... Yo, if other people like it, you better get on board. It's not about what you think is valuable. It's what the world thinks is valuable. If 21 million people think Bitcoin is valuable, then it's a scarce asset. And that's all you need is 21 million people to make it scarce because there's only 18 million, right? And there's way more than 21 million people who think it is valuable. Michael Saylor thinks it's valuable. I'd love to see Michael Saylor sit with Rajan Bajabajaba, and they can sit together and have a nice little conversation about what is a bubble, what is actual value, and where is the monetary policy of the United States taking the rest of the world. Okay? So just, you know what I'm saying, guys? I don't know. Of course I have to disagree, but you know what? I'm going to say that it is a bubble. It represents a bubble because on the outside, yes, it looks just like a bubble. On-chain metrics suggest Ethereum price poised to break all-time high. Ethereum price currently trading at new yearly highs of $13.40 with over 12% gains in the past 24 hours. Is now less than $100 away from breaching its all-time high of $1,420. We already did it today. We hit the all-time high. We really did. But we were rejected at that point. So Bitcoin doing great though. 37,002 on its way to 38K. Doing really, really well. Let's take a look at ETH, man. ETH, just go on and hit that all-time high. Stop playing games. Like, stop playing games. You're $30 away. Just go on up. You got to go up $30, man. Just do it. Break the all-time high. Let's see it happen. Get all the way up into the 1,500 areas. Just rip tonight. ETH should rip tonight, honestly. ETH should rip tonight if everything goes to plan. Filecoin finally making a move. I was sitting in Filecoin. This inverted head and this is the Adam and Eve double bottom. One of the first things that really didn't play out, unless the double bottom was just a lot bigger like this one. Something like this. So now I feel like it's starting to make a move out of this bull, and it is consolidating. It looks a lot like 1 inch. I'll show you 1 inch, and I'll show you this. And it's because I have a kind of a photographic memory. I can remember what 1 inch looked like. You can see 1 inch. See that? We're kind of right around here where 1 inch was, in my opinion. So yeah. Link giving chance, and then we look at Filecoin. You can see it has the shoulder, the side, and it's coming up. It's, to me, it's kind of in that place, right? Stokes are low on the 4 hour. One of the few things with low Stokes on the 4 hour. So watch Filecoin, man, about to do its thing. Bottom definitely here at about 20.97. That was clearly the bottom. $20 Filecoin bottom. So 23. And it could gap up fast, like fast. Like you can gap all the way back up to 28 fast, and then it's back up here. And then there's just this one area of consolidation, and then we're back up into these high places of it just. So it won't take long for this to get in to some fast-moving places. Filecoin, man, has some big backers. I think there's some institutional money behind it too as well. So watch Filecoin. Legendary, what's going on, man? How you feeling? What's good, Noel? How you feeling, man? Thank you for coming on into the live stream. Damn, no comments, man. We used to get so much more comments before YouTube gave me my block. The stream used to pop off, man. The comments are crazy. Like, I couldn't scroll through them. Now I can scroll from the beginning to the end of the comments. Damn, we got to get some new blood in here, man. Got to get some new blood, bro. The old energy is just not picking it up. I got to get more people in here. I need new energy. I need people that can pick up with my energy. I'm just not feeling that. I'm not feeling people with the energy today. Just not happening. And I need that energy. I need that energy. So we used to get it every day on the live stream. It was popping. We'd have 30, 40 likes. We'd have multiple people in here. We'd have all sorts of questions, comments, concerns. It's kind of not happening today. I'm super appreciative, though, of my 22 likes and my 13 people watching. I just want more interaction, man. More interaction. Qtum. That Qtum will be a legendary play. Bro, check out FET BTC. Check the unexpected. Probably left the stream. That's funny. Take a look at Qtum. Take a look at Link. Giving people chances to buy. Really? Why? What do you mean Link? At 2150? What is he talking about? Link giving people chances to buy. Anyway. How high do you predict ETH to be? I think ETH's going to go to 85K, man. Yeah. I think it has so much going for it. ETH 2.0 staking. Realistically, and my idea is this. In the last bull run, ETH went to 1440, right? And Bitcoin was at 20,000, right? So I got about 7%, 0.72%, right? And I believe Bitcoin's easily going to get to 250,000 and more, right? That's 25K at 10%. 7% is about 17K. And I think ETH is going to gain more market share this time than it did before. I think it gets up to 20% of Bitcoin. So if we're sitting on a $250,000 Bitcoin, times that by we divide it by 5, right? That gives you a $50,000 ETH, man. If ETH is just 20% the price of Bitcoin, if it doubles the amount that it had before. So I'm going to say 50K. I'm going to say 50K. I believe ETH can easily 50x from here. A little under 50x divided by 1405. I believe you can get about 35x out of ETH, man. So, yeah. 35x coming out of Ethereum. Yeah, I'm going to say upwards between the 32 and 50K region. I know it's kind of vague. It's not easy to do, honestly. You got to look at market cap. We got to look at some price action. Kind of have to devise an idea here for ETH, but easily over 27K, without a doubt. 27x without a doubt. And my whole point is that's why I really think buying Bitcoin and ETH may be a good idea. Like right now you're at $37,200. You divide that by the Ethereum at 1406. That gives you about 26 Ethereum, right? And if Ethereum goes to even just 20K, you're sitting on $500,000 pretty fast, right? And well, Bitcoin has to be worth $500,000 then at that point. So as long as ETH gets to 27K before Bitcoin gets to 500,000, see what I'm saying? We don't know what could happen, man. Bitcoin could outpace it this time. But every single other run, ETH has outpaced Bitcoin. We just don't have a lot of history to go on, you know? So there's my ETH prediction for you. Shout out to everyone on the live stream. Thank you guys so much for coming in. I really, really, really appreciate it. Means the world to me that you spent your most valuable asset with me, your time, man. Your time. How to find a Bitcoin ATM near me. Bitcoin ATMs provide a quick and easy way to buy and sometimes sell Bitcoin from the high street. Here's how to track one down. Bitcoin ATMs enable the user to buy and in some cases sell Bitcoin. There are over 10,000 Bitcoin ATMs worldwide, with most concentrated in the USA. To find a Bitcoin ATM, you can use a number of websites and mobile apps. Bitcoin is about the digital economy and the cashless society. ATMs therefore should have no place in this virtual economy, right? Wrong. It turns out Bitcoin ATMs are springing up all around the world, offering customers an easy way to buy Bitcoin on High Street. There are two types of Bitcoin ATMs, unidirectional and bidirectional. Unidirectional lets you buy Bitcoin either using cash or card. Those accepting cash therefore do not require bank accounts, unlike normal ATMs. Bidirect Bitcoin ATMs let you sell your Bitcoin in exchange for cash. Isn't that amazing? Sell a little Bitcoin, get some cash. Interesting. Our monthly industry update is out. Cryptocurrency ATM industry statistics for November. 1,118 installed, 100 closed. Net growth rate, more details. I kept saying we should invest in Bitcoin ATMs like 4 or 5 years ago. I told one of my really rich friends, he never caught on, man, you know. But I've seen one. I've walked by them. Now, unfortunately, the map isn't searchable like Google Maps. Instead, you have to zoom in on different areas of the world to see how many Bitcoin ATMs are located. And you have to go to coinatmradar.com. Search for a Bitcoin ATM near me. Ethereum in all-time high territory against USD, but far from all-time high against Bitcoin. So that means it's a good purchase because you don't want it. You know, you want it to have to make that move. Ethereum takes spotlight away from Bitcoin as it finds all-time high. But can it double that? Ethereum has in the last 24 hours made a stride that has left it an inch away from reaching its all-time high. With the price breakout looking stronger than ever, the coin is set to discover a new high. Most analysts expecting to see a weekly close above 1,500. That's what I expect. Some further predict ETH will pull a stance like Bitcoin by doubling from its all-time high. Bitcoin was going from a high of 20,000 to 40,000. For ETH, this would be reach a high of 2,800. It's on its way, man. It's only a matter of time. Grayscale now owns more than 3% of total 21 Bitcoins that will ever exist. Launched in 2013, Grayscale is the largest cryptocurrency asset manager with over $27 billion in assets under management. Now, you think they're going to go bankrupt? If you think Grayscale is not going to go bankrupt, then you should do the same thing they're doing. I don't think they're going to go bankrupt, personally. I really don't. So I would do the same thing they're doing, which is put my entire net worth into Bitcoin. I mean, they own so much. Yes, they probably have some gold. They probably have some reserves. But anyway, after buying $800 Bitcoin at $800 in 2016, Mexico's second richest man doubles down. Mexican billionaire reveals why he purchased his first Bitcoins, how much of his portfolio is still in Bitcoin, and outlines what are fiat currencies worth in Latin countries. According to the Forbes publication from earlier this year, Pliego, Richard Salinas Pliego, is the second wealthiest man in Mexico with a net worth of approximately $12 billion. The Post also outlined that he is the only Mexican billionaire whose wealth has increased in the past year. Interestingly, he doesn't seem like a fan of traditional fiat currencies to store his sizable wealth. He shared a video on Twitter recently showcasing that banks in an undisclosed Latin country have thrown away paper money. Pliego commented on the act and named paper money worthless. He also went on to suggest that people should diversify their investment portfolios. Additionally, he noted to start with Bitcoin at the beginning of the video description. Although he hasn't revealed their names, the economies of several countries in Latin America have suffered for years. The government-issued currencies of nations like Argentina, Venezuela, Chile, Brazil, and more have lost a lot of value, not only against the dollar, but against Bitcoin as well. So he bought Bitcoin in 2016. So he noted that 10% of his liquid portfolio was in Bitcoin. Another 90% are in various precious metals. Mexico also said that he used services on the large digital asset manager Grayscale to complete his first Bitcoin purchase in 2016, when the asset price traded around $800. With Bitcoin price hovering around $18,000 now, it's worth noting that Pliego's received way more than that, 2,150% ROI on his initial investment 4 years ago. He's made way more than that. Two Australian banks face lawsuit for closing a trader's account. We looked at that last night. In Guggenheim, this is some news that we hit last night. Ethereum and altcoins take over the crypto market, and Bitcoin is stable. Grayscale makes a huge Bitcoin purchase. Bitcoin goes, meh. Interesting. But there's the news for you guys, kind of broken down in a nutshell. A lot going on in the crypto space, man. 1413, Ethereum continuing to do its thing and make a run for it. What is the highest coin on my list? Just like to see MSNF. That's something in the stock market. Wow, man. Engine continues to rip. This is a coin I actually picked back out when it was 4 cents about a year and a half ago. Engine was a coin I really liked. Thought it was an unbelievable project. But look at Engine just doing some amazing things. It would get all the way up here to about 43,999. Would wick down to 28 to get bought back up again just in the last 4 hours. A lot of crazy movement for Engine. I mean, they're trying to stop people out. They're trying to, wow. Up and down action. That's a bit of a whipsaw, if you ask me. Now we can put it in this, if we negate these wicks, we can put it in this beautiful pennant on the 15-minute. So it looks like it definitely wants to continue to the upside. So Engine making huge moves, up 42%. Iris up 35% and booming. BLZ continuing like that. It was booming, then it got news and it boomed up some more. Wow, BLZ. This was my baby back in August, in spring. I really liked this coin. One of my favorite projects, actually. Died down a little bit, got sold off, but now look at that, man. Booming up from 8 cents all the way to 14, man. It's like a coin to go up 100% now. It's easy. Remember, we were waiting months ago. Like, you'd see a 60% gain, and you thought it was a good thing. But coin just ripping. FET BTC. Engine has some partnerships announced. Their gaming system got an upgrade. Joining after Jay Yellen spoke. What's up, lifers? What's going on, man? What did Jennifer Yellen say? Let's take a look at the words of Janet Yellen. Shout out to everyone on the live stream. Thank you so much, Mo, for coming on in. Janet Yellen Senate confirmation hearing live updates. Let's just take a look at what she was saying. Yellen pushes for big stimulus At Senate hearing live updates. Watch live Janet Yellen's confirmation hearing from the Treasury Secretary. Janet Yellen, nominated to the next Treasury Secretary, is one of the handful of nominees of President-elect Joe R. Biden. Why Janet Yellen? She was the worst when she was the head of the Fed, man. Now they want her back in there. Like, what does she know? Like, why do they like her so much? It's like the same cronies, man. Wouldn't we want to get a young, innovative person in here? I don't know. I'm not with it, but Ms. Yellen's opening remarks to the Senate Finance Committee, reviewed by the New York Times, showed she will push for robust fiscal stimulus program to get the pandemic-stricken economy back on track. You can't get an economy back on track by pumping money into it. Our children will have to pay this debt off. People don't realize that the debt goes to your children. People will have to pay the debt, and the debt goes to the taxed. The American people will pay off that debt, man. The confirmation process for Ms. Yellen, a seasoned economist and central banker who served as a chair of the Federal Reserve from 2014 to 2018, is expected to be a relatively smooth one. This is the worst economic crisis in 100 years, and nobody is better qualified than Secretary-designate Yellen to lead an economic recovery. What do you mean, dude? She's set to print this money to zero. Yeah, they're in the club. Yeah, I don't know, man. Airfares fell to the lowest level in 2 decades last summer as air travel plummeted. And that's, I know some friends and family that took advantage of that. Shout out to Muser going to Costa Rica on a short dime using that. And we were about to end the show, but Mo did jump back in. So let's go to the Mo Money Moves and see what's going on in the stock market. Mo Money Moves for Mo, and we're going to take a look at FSC Fastly 9245. Let's see what's going on with Fastly. Now we have Fastly going all the way up. Let's take a look at the 4-hour for Fastly. So again, look, these are what are called beautiful retests. We broke out. We came back to retest that area, even back into the pattern, to break out again. To me, institutional buyers do like to buy on the retest. I do want to change the pattern a little bit. I think I'm going to elevate it like this. And I think this is the pattern that we're in. I think this is the pattern here. Interesting. I feel like we could roll back down. And look, the 4-hour Stokes do want to come back down. So I think we come back down here and we just consolidate. I think Fastly consolidates. If you want to add to your position, this would be a really good buy on the bottom of the trend line here at about 82.70. Again, this isn't financial advice. Don't do anything I tell you to do. This is for entertainment purposes only. Also, I see my old friend. Bit of a shoulder. Bit of a shoulder here. Bit of a head. We forming the right shoulder, So there's an idea for you as well. There's an idea for you right there. Possibly moving to the upside. That's a 68% chance to break to the upside, and it isn't a bull flag. I'm still bullish on Fastly at you. Just going to go sideways and consolidate. But 175 is my target for Fastly, and I'm not changing it. Okay, AMC, man, we caught that at the bottom. I said that was a beautiful bottom buy right here. They've been beaten down. They're double bottomed. That really was your entry at $2. We went over it. We said, beautiful, beautiful entry. And look, up 50% on AMC. We gave this to you guys. We talked about it. Someone made me go over it. I believe Roger asked for me, my buddy Mo's friend. And we went over what Roger talked about. And I basically loved, he didn't talk about anything. He just said, can you go over this ticker? But, he had picked it himself. Maybe he just wanted maybe he does charting and he wanted to see what I was going to say. And if I say the same thing he says, just gives him that confidence in that move. This is just beginning, though. Look for it to break out and go up to 324 and continue all the way back to $10. So this thing could do a nice 3-bag. Right now, the daily does want to reset. So we may have to take profits and watch this come back down to the trend line, though, at 143. The daily is giving me a little worry right now, but we'll see. Also, the 4-hour and the daily, both high. If I got into 2, I would take some profits here at 296. So let's take a look at AAL, American Airlines. So you're trying to get in, why try to catch a falling knife at this point? Well, you just get into crypto. That's ripping. Like, crypto's about to fly for the next 6-7 months, man. I don't know. You do what you want, but I think you're going to make way more money in crypto than playing, trying to catch, falling knives on American Airlines. It's just my opinion. Just my opinion, though. I could be 100% wrong. But, I've made some huge gains. But who has it? They're pumping so much money into the market That's the issue right now. Is usually the market does its thing, but crypto rips. Now the market's ripping like crypto, and people are like, well, I'll make a money in market too. So like, I don't need to be in crypto because my thing is, man, I'm more philosophical as well. I'm not saying I won't trade a stock to trade a stock. Like I don't have to love it, but I do like to invest in things that I see expanding, right? So take a look at this. This is in a bit of a bowl. It broke out of this falling wedge that it was in, came back up, retesting this area of support. It did find some nice support right here in this region. So I can't say it's not looking pretty strong too. After a nice drop, bit of a double bottom here and forming up, can almost put this in a cup and handle. You could throw the cup right here. You could say this is your handle right there. So cup and handle. Look at that. That's a clear cup and handle. Let's take your target of the cup and handle. It's the top of the bowl to the price line. Yeah, and you can see we can gap back up easily to previous resistance and support right in this area. So AMC, I feel like, could extend itself once it gaps up. I mean, AAL, American Airlines. Up 91%. We have some new variant strains, things going on. But people are traveling more. So it is what it is, you know. No, I know you'd manage diversified portfolios, but I would just not be in the stock market. Me personally. I would diversify myself right out of the stock market. But that's me. You may be holding funds for someone like your uncle or your aunt who doesn't want you to sell something they've been holding for years. So you can't just go do whatever you want. I totally agree with you. I'm also biased, man. I'm 100% in there, you know. I'm a crypto lifer, right? So, we didn't look at SKLZ skills on the New York Stock Exchange. What are these skills? What skills do you have? Skills, new coin, huh? New coin, new project. Came out when? On December 18th. Imagine coming out in this market. Wow, so this thing bull flagged. Now it's forming another bull flag. I mean, I don't know what to say anymore, man. Everything in the market just blasting. Like, this is breaking out right now as we speak. It's having a cross. Like, I would enter this right now blind. I mean, look at it. You have room to go on the MACD, on the 1 hour. You got room to go up here in the Stokes. You can come up this much more, even double bottom up here. I mean, measured move is looks like it's easily, shouldn't say easily, but this looks like a shoe-in, man. I don't know what it is, but 32 is your target. This thing is going bullish. It just broke out. And it has room to move on the Stokes and the MACD and the RSI. Like, this thing is golden. 2690. Go to 1560. Wait for a retest. Look for what you're seeing here. Zoom on into this pattern. To me, that was the retest. Candle booming. I would actually enter that candle right now. Me as a trader, that's what I would do. I would enter that candle right now. SKLZ is a screaming buy. Easily going to get up here to about 33 in my opinion. So wow, I like this call. Good call, man. You're going to make some loot on that. That's on its way. I mean, that has like an 80% chance of going to the upside. Pretty obvious trade, in my opinion. Highland, HYLN. Let's take a look at Highland on the daily. Hit that auto. We can kind of reset. Ooh. Yeah, hey, that's how you catch a falling knife. You don't even have to pull a fib extension on that. We will just to show you. I mean, a fib retracement on that. We will just to show you, but that's 100% retrace. See, it came all the way back down to the 100. It's in the box of the 886. Hey, if you like catching fallen knives, I mean, yeah, this thing is beaten down to the ground. You're going to play from a position of strength. So could it go lower? There's a chance, but, you know, it's showing some strong support. Starting to form that bowl. Remember, if you can bowl something, I feel like that's the middle of the bowl. I think it's going to extend itself. Yeah. I say the one we just looked at, SKO, is way better. It's just a better idea because you're getting into the breakout. So playing SKLs with call options. Yeah, I gotcha. Highland, I'm not sure, man. I don't, you know, it is in the falling wedge. delete that. Escape. I don't need that. Yeah. It is in a falling wedge. It hasn't broken out of resistance yet, right? Doing its thing, though. I would look for the bullish divergence on like the 15-minute. See if we get that, right? If we get that, not yet, though. Not yet. 7-minute. Slight. 5-minute, we might have it. Starting to get it on the 5-minute, you can see, because we have swing down to swing down on the price. But we're pretty flat lined here on the RSI. So that's a good sign. You're starting to get a little bit of bullish divergence. But resetting, I think we're going to come back down and test this trend line at 1420 before anything else happens. And I'm not feeling too great about this one, honestly. I'm not. It just, I would like to see it break above 2768, and then I would really like gap it up. That would be where I'd like to enter. Safer entry. Easier chance to make some money here, because then you could just gap this up, like back up here and make a nice 100% gain. You could down here and wait. I'm not sure how long it's going to take. HYLN on the 6 hour. Yeah. Minimal capital at risk for max upside. Buy using call options. HYLN SKLZ. Fluent. Well, we already have Fluent. Fluent's going to 850. I'm standing by my Fluent call at 850. All right. Halliburton doing really well. We talked about Halliburton at 16. Said it was going to break out and form a bull flag, which it did, and then broke out to the next bull flag. Continuing to go up to the target that we have up here at about 32.39. And we have a bigger target for Halliburton all the way at 42.58. We talked about Halliburton here at about 14.40 when it began to break out. So shout out to Mo for giving us Halliburton. Plug Power, man. Starting to do that retrace that I'm talking about. Is forming the bottom of the trend line here, though, and holding at 59 and 60 area. Looks like it wants to flag and not come back down to the 618. We'll keep this up, though, and we'll see what happens with Plug Power. Riot continuing to do its thing. It's now flagging. So look for Riot to flag. Start making positions on the bottom of the flag, and then you could ride it back up to break out of the next flag. Is resetting on the 6 hour, which shows good signs for Riot. Riot looking good. Solo at 745. It did come all the way out of that poke, came back down. Look, it retraced almost 100% from that big boom up. That's why you got to take profits. Why would you want to be back down here again, right? You want to take profits. Maybe you could re-enter. Now, I'm not sure what's happening. It's a bit of a funny pattern, but it looks like it is resetting. But we did get the call of that blast off. You know, we had the double bottom there, and our target was 894. We put you in about 735. FLNT, man. Fluent Inc., baby. I see Fluent going to 850, man. Lockstep. So this is what I see Fluent is doing. It's inside this bull pennant. It had to reset on the 4 hour, right? So it did. We came back down here, which is beautiful. Let's look at the daily. I think the daily had to reset. Yeah, the daily had to reset too, and we did. Tells me that this bull pennant may not go any further. I think we're going to start consolidating and making our way up out of the pennant. Only a matter of time. I don't think the pennant goes even this far. I think it stops somewhere around here. Why? Well, we're bullish on the daily, and we're bullish on the 4 hour. The 3-day, actually, let's take a look. 3-day has a little more room to go down. That's the only reason I think we may kind of go down a little more. But I don't think we're going to go down like this. We're just going to go sideways into this wedge. Eventually, we're going to break up to the upside. And I'll show you my target is all the way up here. Because why? We can gap up. We fell down really fast from this area. We can gap all the way back up. Target up here at $12.98. And then I have another target here about $8.50, $8. So 100% gains coming out of FLNT. And I think it'll take between March, April, May. I can't tell you exactly when it's going to happen. But these are beautiful entries right now. We consolidated in this bowl on the 3-day. Beautiful entries, man. You can see this is a really nice region of consolidation. It's in the bowl. And that's actually a cup and handle. And there's your handle. So another big, we got a cup and handle here, guys. Look, cup, forming the handle, boom. And that's how we can get a larger target all the way up to 1298. That is the target of the cup and handle. And we'll break through this temporary all-time high that we were at 757 last May. Right, so it'll be about a year ago since we've been there, and we did get all the way up to 1254 before. So Fluent, man, I see going up to 1298. I'm bullish on Fluent on the TA. All right, guys, thank you guys so much for coming into the live stream. I really appreciate it. Shout out to the 23 people that hit that like button. You guys rock. Every single one of you that did that, I really, really appreciate it. Shout out to everyone else here on the live stream. I hope you got some good information out of the live. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I hope you just put your best foot forward. Tomorrow will be another wonderful day, and I'll see you on the live stream at 9:30. Thank you guys so much for coming. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications so you can find out when I post my next video. And remember, if you came to my channel, then you're already doing the right thing. I love you guys, and have a great day. Peace.